Hey guys, welcome back to my channel once again. So today I am up with another very important video, the 5 mistakes that you need to avoid in your virtual interview. Now, by what exactly I mean by the virtual interview? Virtual interview takes place when your interviewer is not present in front of you physically on a table or a panel, but they are taking your interviews through laptops, through different platforms like Zoom, Teams. Okay, this practice has become actually very common after the corona period. And of course, as a company, I would love to save my cost to send my HR team to colleges or somewhere else. I would love to have it virtually, and it is much easy, feasible, and of course economical. And make sure that you prepare for the virtual interview well, because whenever as a candidate we think of the term interview, we always think of the people sitting in front of us on the table or somewhat like that, whole environment. But now it has changed a bit, and most of the companies, around 80-90% of the companies, are taking the interviews virtually. Now let's move on to the 5 mistakes that we can make as a candidate. First of all is not using the software beforehand. Now what happens? We are habitual of using one or two platforms like Zoom, Teams, Google Meets, right? But sometimes the company may give you another platform, another software. Okay, so make sure that you use it beforehand, before the final day. Like, for example, you were in the uh, XYZ company, and there you were very habitual of using the Teams. But now the company has requested you to install the Zoom in order to give your interview. Now you are thinking that features will be same of Teams and Zoom, and I'll use it on the final day. No, don't wait for that. Make sure that you know each and every feature of the Zoom that you might use during your interview. Okay, not each and every feature, but yes, like unmuting, muting, stopping your video, or presenting. So make sure that you know the software, and you use it beforehand, and you don't wait for the final day, because your interview may take place as one on one, or maybe as a group. So don't create confusion in front of interviewers that may create a bad impression. The second mistake that we tend to do is using the wrong background. Sometimes I have noticed people sitting on a very wrong background. You sit in such a position that a whole room is visible. So what happens is, instead of your interview, instead of your answering, the interviewer might look here and there. I know these things are not done usually, but they distract the interviewer. So make sure that you use the white background. And in case you don't have the white background, you don't use very artificial backgrounds option available. You don't choose the planet or forest or something like that, because you are sitting for the interview, right? You are not sitting for something else. So make sure that you use very simplistic background, or the best is you can blur your background, and if possible choose a background somewhat like this. Okay. The third is using the cheat sheets. Now, the most common perception we have is that if I use the cheat sheets and in such a manner that you know, I don't look at it again and again, but I'll still have it on my table, so that in case I forget any point, I can just refer to it. Or I can stick it on my laptop screen. The interviewer will not get to know anything about it. So please don't use those cheat sheets, because those, first of all, will distract you. Secondly, interviewer is very experienced. Okay, so he will definitely get to know कि आप cheating करके बोल रहे हो. तो अपने आप को ज्यादा होशियार ना समझे. ठीक है. Instead of using चीट शीट्स आई प्रेफर, अगर आपको नहीं आता तो रहने दो, इतना कोई रट के जाने वाली चीज नहीं है इंटरव्यू में, ठीक है? तो अवॉइड यूजिंग दोज। आई नो few of us are very smart and will think कि यार कर लेते, क्या जा रहा है, but I would still suggest you to please not use those. Now, there's a question for you all in case you are sitting for the interview, especially the audit interview. I provide the service of providing you with 100 audit questions as well as the mock interviews. Okay. So, in case you want to practice the mock interviews, you can just contact us and get prepared for your interview, and I'll also provide you with the feedbacks. Okay. Now, moving on with the mistake is using the wrong lighting direction. Never ever sit against the light. Always sit in front of the light source. Okay. Do not ever sit like this because your expressions, your face will not be clearly visible. Make sure you sit opposite to the light source. Your light source is in front of your face. These are very common mistakes that we tend to do and we don't realize. But as an interviewer, it is actually very irritating to tell the candidate, please change your direction, please change your position. ठीक है, आपको लगेगा वो बहुत पोलाइटली बोल रहा है, बट इट इज एक्चुअली वेरी इरिटेटिंग टू टेल सच कॉमन थिंग्स. सो डोंट गिव these chances to your interviewer. The last mistake that one could actually do is avoiding the eye contacts. Now, in the case of the virtual interviews, you don't know kaha mein eye contact karu. Should I look just straight into the cameras? Yes. You can actually smile and you can actually look towards the camera, and that would be considered as the best eye contacts. Okay. Do not sit at the wrong angles. ठीक है, कि आपकी ऐसे डबल चिन दिख रही है, आपका फेस बहुत मोटा दिख रहा है, आप बहुत ऐसे चिपक के बैठ गए हो कैमरे से, ठीक है? मेंटेन अ डिस्टेंस, मेंटेन अ गुड डिस्टेंस, एकदम बहुत दूर भी मत चले जाना कैमरे से, ठीक है? अब ये मत देखते रहना आई कांटेक्ट, स्क्रीन पे देखूं, कैमरे में देखूं, कैमरे में देखूं, स्क्रीन, डू नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज, ठीक है? लुक एट द कैमरा, ठीक है? यूज योर हैंड एंड थोड़ा ऊपर हैंड यूज करो, जिससे आप यूज कर रहे हो तो उसे पता चले कि आप अपने हैंड जेस्चर्स यूज कर रहे हो, ठीक है? And of course, don't forget to smile. Smile is very important throughout the interview. It shows that you are confident with your answers. Thank you so much for watching this particular video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is the only motivation that I get after after actually uploading each and every video. And follow us on the Insta channel. All the best for your interview. In case you want to give the mock interview, contact us through any social media platform. Have a great day. Bye. Nail it. Stay confident. Stay happy.